I can't believe everything is actually working. I need to stop and get started with the show. You thought I was going to say collaborate and listen? I was. Hey, it's Jay from Sludge Central. Got a lot to talk about tonight, so stick around and we'll be right back. I'm just kidding. So we are halfway to Halloween. What I just ripped open was this box of Glade Golden Pumpkin and Spice candles from last fall. I think they're from last fall. I purchased them on Amazon. But I'll tell you, these small candles, these are not those large and in charge Yankee candles. These are very minute in comparison. Oh my God. Talk about halfway to Halloween. This puts you where you need to be. This is it. You can go through Yankee Candle and Bath and Body Works or whatever the hell you buy your candles, but Glade hits a home run with potentially one of the best pumpkin spice candles, the best golden pumpkin and spice candle. They use the ampersand. It's great use of the ampersand. That's underrated nowadays. If you have an ampersand separating pumpkin and spice, we're so used to saying pumpkin spice. It's like a reflex. PS, baby, right? But this is P and S. Oh my God. You have no idea. This is Halloween in your nostrils. Man, I'm telling you, this, not a lot of money either. Because if you're just, you want a little hit, you want that aroma. I got one flowing in the back right behind me. All right. Hey. Man, look at this cup. So good. It's good. It's good. Got a lot of stuff to show you. We're going to play show and tell this evening. You're probably saying, is he really wearing a Cobra Kai hat? Of course, Cobra Kai never dies. If you're not in the Karate Kid universe, it just doesn't hit the same. But if you know, you know. We got Karate Kid Legends coming out. I can't wait to see that. All right, so we got Wednesday, the official paper doll book, as opposed to how many unofficial Wednesday paper doll books that are, if there's a flooded market, then I have no idea. I guess it's possible. But wow, really fun. What am I going to do with it? No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your paper dolls again. This is exactly what's going to happen. If you know me, you're going to say spot on. It's going to go in a stack.
Symmetrical book stacking.
And it's not just a stack of books, just a stack of things. If you could stack it, this will be in that stack for many, many years. And then I'll go back like, oh, look at this. I don't remember buying this. How fun. I'm going to spend an afternoon looking at this book. See? When I'm retired, I'm going to have the best time. I am wearing my House of a Thousand Corpses shirt from Fright Rags. And my buddy Harry did this artwork. Man, awesome. As I was about to take a sip of my candle, I've got these Universal Monsters NECA Toonie Terrors. Yeah, these, I really love the Toonie Terror line. So we got Wolfman, Frankenstein. Got, let's see, the Mummy. See, Mummy looks awesome, and Dracula. But dig these. These are so much fun. And, that's one of those lines where I was just all in, 100% in, because I do love cartoon depictions of characters. That has to be one of my favorite things. Those are fun. Love those figures. Got this Zartan Cold Slither figure. This, no joke, is just one of my favorite things that I own right now. This is just right up my alley. Got the Glenn Danzig and Sam Hain Danzig with the blood. Here's the thing about these, right? If you make a figure that is compatible with Masters of the Universe, you got me. I would love to have this treatment. You know how everyone online is doing their whole create their own action figure? I don't even know how to do that. That's how antiquated I am. I don't know how do you do that? Let me ask my producer. Hold on. So how are people doing this whole thing where they make their action figure? I guess it's AI action figure. Do I just go to AI?
Maybe you can type in AI.
I just type it in. Give me an AI action figure or make me into one.
Or I suggest you chat with GPT.
Okay, great. Thanks. You've been a big help. Thanks. That's my producer. Better than Siri, I'll tell you that. And a funnier accent. Hey, I. Do me. Do me. Do me now. See, I got to play catch up. I'm so behind. It's like a flood of things all over the place. I've had these burning a hole in my pocket for so long. From Strawberry Shortcake, we got the Purple Pie Man and Sour Grapes. I have such good memories of these characters. I remember going to my friend's house and she collected all the stuff, jam, Strawberry Shortcake, all that kind of stuff. And she had Strawberry Shortcake, like the entire line, all the play sets and the little vehicles, everything. And I remember thinking, I love the villains. I want to be the villains. And I remember just gravitating to them. Might have been the scent because they all smelled really good, which I love things that smelled good, like Mr. Sketch markers and pumpkin spice candles. The Purple Pie Man was my jam. I love that dude. Purple Pie Man was my jam. Love that guy. I actually have an original Purple Pie Man in box. One of the very first things that I bought on eBay back in 1997 or 1998. Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I still have it. The plastic windows, it's sort of bashed in, but overall in pretty good condition considering it's an original Kenner. Gonna need to take a sip of drink because this might make me thirsty a little bit. So this actually looks like some sort of influencer's box, but clearly I don't get sent those things. I don't have those kind of perks. So I purchased this as a civilian would. It's the Karate Kid Legends. I got to get this right. The Karate Kid Legends box from Bacans. I don't know if it's Bachans. I'll try everything. Bachans. You just gotta throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Actually, let me ask my producer. How do you pronounce BACHAN''S?
I'll look it up on the internet. Bachang.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so this box has, this is pretty neat. Look at that, Jackie Chan. Got the main kid, I don't know his name, and Ralph Macchio. Oh, look at this. No way. This has, I was almost going to rip it out, and I'm like, I still got to take a picture of it. It's got the headband in there, and there's two sauces. Apparently, these are a famous sauce. Not today, my good man. I'm feeling saucy. Japanese barbecue sauce. Japanese dipping. Ooh, Japanese dipping sauce. Get the hell out of town. That's awesome. I knew they were going to have those tabs, the dreaded tabs. Oh, man. They don't make it easy on you. They really, really don't. That's not a good move, Balkans. Sebastian Balkans. You guys are not going to believe this. I mean, you probably will believe it, but in that little break there, I took the seal off of this and squirted all over my new friggin' shirt. Look at that. What a dumb MFer. Got the Balkans all over me. So now that I squirted the Balkans and I am now full of Balkans, probably going to stain too. I have to clean it off and do a costume change mid-show. Let's see. All right, this is the Japanese barbecue sauce. That's deep. It's got a deep, rich flavor. You thought I was going to give you some BS, right? No, that's for real. This is it's very sweet, but it's also spicy and tangy at the same time. I don't know if I could use that all the time. Maybe sparingly. If I was making a teriyaki meal in a wok. All right, now this thing ain't opening. Whew. Okay, this ain't working out. This is not working. I don't know what happened here. All right. Yeah, this one is a little bit more my speed. This is the Japanese dipping sauce. I think I could do the dipping sauce a little bit better because you could just regulate how you want it. You know, hopefully in the movie we'll get to see what this headband is all about. Bandana situation. I do like that Bakkens. I like the special Bakkens box. They did a nice job on this. All right, I'm back. I had to change my barbecue sauce shirt. It smells quite nice. All right, before I get to the big stuff, I just want to preface it by saying that I talked about this on the Purple Stuff podcast, that I never actually owned a WWF wrestling buddy. I know it's mind blowing, a person like me not owning a wrestling buddy. But I always had like a strategic plan. I was already angling probably for a bat cave or some craziness, but I was able to do without the pillow that I could fight with. Especially all my friends had them and we would use them in our wrestling tournaments and stuff. So I kind of experienced it and like, nah, I don't, it's fine, whatever. And of course, now as an adult, I just have so much nostalgia for them. And I'm not going to buy the old ones. That's kind of gross, all used. To find them nice and mint in box, a lot of money. So you see this one back here, it's always in the background. Son of a bitch. Oh my God. The things that I do for you, Tube. All right, this is the Finn Balor Demon from 2017. They went all in on this. The head danglies. Just really well done. And it's got the feel, it's not perfect. It's very, very close. In terms of height, I don't remember. I think this might have been a little bit shorter, like a tiny, tiny bit, but I really was a big fan. I think that they did a great job with that. So that leads me to talk about what a bizarre situation we have been in with Alexa Bliss just randomly showing back up on SmackDown. I think they were in Ohio that night, so it makes sense. Hometown girl. But usually when that happens, you're like, oh, they're in Ohio, she's going to come out. And then they purposely won't bring her out, or it just seems like that. Like when they're in Chicago, if Punk doesn't come out, it's like an outrage, right? So she randomly comes out and everybody's like, what? You used the return on a random night of SmackDown when you could have brought her back at WrestleMania, the show of shows, which at least it would have been a pop. It would have been a moment. They could have done something just to bring her back that night. It would have taken 15 minutes. She can get all her spots in and then call it a night. Like, give her 15 minutes. Give her 5 minutes of fury. Oh! So then not too long ago, there's a company that comes out called Big Shots. And at first, I wasn't paying any attention to their release of their own wrestling buddies. And I heard a lot of great things on podcasts and friends were telling me about these things. And I know different companies have tried to replicate the greatness of the wrestling buddies. And I think Ringside did a great job. But this company, Big Shots, supposedly takes the cake. I hesitated because they are very pricey, but I know if they're trying to really do a good job and make these impressive, especially in a market of wrestling collectibles that every company seems to pop up their own version of the same thing. So there's a lot of competition. If you could really make your product stand out, then you're winning. Needless to say, there was no Alexa Bliss.
Denied.
So, of course, got to click that submit feedback button, send some emails, maybe slid into their DMs a little bit, trying to make it known that I would make that purchase in a millisecond. So when Alexa made her return at the Royal Rumble, I had a feeling that soon after we'd get an announcement that there's going to be an Alexa Bliss Big Shot. So you want to be a Big Shot, did ya? And like clockwork, Big Shot's announced an Alexa Bliss Big Shot. And I couldn't believe it because I honestly didn't expect it. She hadn't been around in a while, but her merch sells. But she's so marketable, very toyetic. So of course I had to get it. And I didn't even open it. The feel of this thing is sturdy. It's almost like they do want you to wrestle with this. Here she is. It's almost like as she's like sort of floating into frame. If she was like floating behind me, it would be like the Quick Bunny, you know, just floating behind me, in and out of frame. Actually, this thing, holy crap, this thing is awesome. I mean, the artwork, like her face, really fantastic likeness. Oh, man. The whole 9 yards. Look at this. Wow. Well done. Very cool. So it doesn't feel flimsy and you're spending a lot of money. So like there's some strength to this thing. It's almost like those big giant like sandbags that they have to use to replicate like life-saving training sessions. And they're like 150 pounds. I'm not saying this is 150 pounds. I'm just saying that's what this feels like. There's like, you could hit it. I mean, you can. My buddy, wherever I go. Yeah. Wow. No, I am pleased. Like, this is so cool, I think. And especially if you're a fan of a particular superstar and you're willing to shell out wads of cash, this is for you. Big shots. So you want to be a big shot, did ya? Oh, let's see how they compare. Let's see.
Are you the keymaster?
Are you the gatekeeper?
Oh, we have to get these two together.
I think that would be extraordinarily dangerous.
Look, they're pretty on par. Look at that. The gatekeeper and the keymaster. Is there going to be enough room back there for the both of them? They're going to have to fight it out.
Round one, fight!
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me here at Sludge Central. This is Jay, signing off. One more for the road. Oh, God, yes.